Hallie, I alluded to it. The president had said he didn't have the authority to do this as recently as yesterday. What changed now? Why does he suddenly have the authority?
You're right, Lester. On Friday, the president stood on the South Lawn, and when pressed by my colleagues here at the White House who cover the White House, he said, hey, this can't happen from an executive order. We can't fix this problem via an executive order. Here we are 5 days later, and the president has signed an executive order to, in fact, fix that problem. So what changed in those 5 days? Mounting and intense pressure. This reached a boiling point at the border, as we have been covering here at NBC News for days now. Not just immigration advocates, not just Democrats in Congress, but importantly, Republicans in Congress, people who have the ear of President Trump, allies like Senator Lamar Alexander, who said very directly the president could change this in 5 minutes, and he should. Couple that with, for example, the personal pressure. You couldn't see it in that video that we just showed, but Ivanka Trump, the president's daughter and senior advisor, was in the room when the president signed this executive order just moments ago. She has been somebody, as you heard the president say, who has been disturbed by the images that you're seeing. And the president's wife, the first lady, also had serious problems with this. I am told by a senior administration official that the first lady had private conversations with her husband trying to get him to do something about this, Lester.
A rare retreat from this president indeed. All right, Hallie Jackson, thank you. Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.